So the first thing you're going to consider when you're purchasing Vanguardian is the parts of the vehicle that you want to protect. Our flexible zonal system can do individual entry doors, rear doors, or it can do all the assets that we're already talking about: back door, rear door, side door, garage. What we do is we provide a flexible zonal system. For example, here you've got two dual alarms. We usually recommend dual alarm for the rear doors. The twin speaker outlet is our most powerful alarm, and we'd also recommend a dual alarm either for a garage or for the entry into the motorhome. So we have a two dual alarm bundle here. On this particular vehicle, we're also going to put a dual alarm on the garage, and we're going to offer two single alarms for the driver and passenger door. And in a moment, I'm going to just talk you through quickly the installation of this product. We do any bundles that you can be purchased on the website. Bundle combinations can be your bespoke bundle. You just need to communicate to us what you want for your particular asset, and we will provide you with that bundle. The advantage of bundles, they're all prepaid. All you do is simply fit it. All these alarms will work simultaneously from the two master remotes inside. Each one will activate all the alarms on the van simultaneously, and you also have a spare. So we always provide you a spare master remote and another master remote. In this particular bundle, we have three zones. We have the rear door protection in most cases, and we have two single alarms which are traditionally used for the passenger and driver door. So what we're going to do is we're going to start and show you a quick installation of the driver and passenger door using the two single alarms. You'll notice with Vanguardian there's no speakers visible. We're just going to quickly remove the refraction cover plate. The omnidirectional sound refraction cover plate constitutes the second part of the Vanguardian patent, and it actually provides Vanguardian with 100% waterproof protection even in a power jet wash. But more importantly, it increases the audible capacity of the alarm, effectively making it sound even louder, and it also provides us with no speakers visible solution to avoid it ever being blocked off by a potential thief. Vanguardian own the patent for this product. Once you've removed your cover plate, you'll see on the corner of each Vanguardian, you'll see our fixing screws, one in each corner. You're going to remove these fixing screws, and that's going to enable you then to tap down the Vanguardian on your palm of your hand and start to release the base. Once the base comes out, this is the first thing that you're going to be using. So this is the second part of the Vanguardian patent. This is our patented base. Inside it, you'll see the electronic compartment. All we're going to ask you to do then is lift it up slightly and remove this tab. There's a little tab there. Once you pull this out, this releases the power to the electronics. What we're going to do now is we're going to clean the area using our 3M wipe on the vehicle where we're going to position the Vanguardian base. On the front doors, we traditionally recommend a discreet position here under the rear view mirror. All you're going to do is take out your 3M wipe and clean this area. We probably recommend that you wash the camper van first, but finish it off with your 3M wipe. This removes any impurities and prepares the surface for the 3M adhesive. All you need to do then is remove the protective cover to expose the adhesive. Take your base, be careful not to touch or contaminate the surface area. We recommend that you align it in this position here. Once you're comfortable that it's in a line, apply pressure to that area, and then we're going to take our tool. This specially designed tool comes with your kit. It's designed not only to remove the refraction cover plate, but also by having it in your hand like this, you're going to apply pressure over the surface area. By applying pressure over this surface area, it activates the adhesive molecules. It creates a strong, lasting, waterproof bond. It's worthy of note at this stage to mention that Vanguardian's patented base is not only securely attached using this method, but it also provides the end user in future the possibility of being able to peel this base back off. Once the alarm's attached in all four corners, the foundation is so strong it's nearly impossible to remove without any aggressive action, which obviously activates the alarm. If you ever wanted to remove it, you put a pair of pliers on the base and you just tug and you start a peeling process with a lot of energy in a small space, and that will enable you to eventually peel off without any superficial damage to the paintwork of the vehicle underneath, enabling you to transfer your Van Guardian onto your next camper van, motorhome, whatever you want to use it again. With the base firmly attached, we're now going to take our cabinet. We've pulled out our tabs and it's released the alarm mechanism. So all we do then is we lock that in place. We now attach the screws in each corner. So once you've securely attached your Van Guardian and fastened the fixings on, all that it's left is to attach the omnidirectional sound refraction cover plate. That quickly and simply clicks and locks in place and securely attaches. What you need to do then, if you ever want to remove it, removal tool. So whilst it's in this position, I'll quickly show you how we'd use this tool to remove your cover plate. For battery maintenance, all you do is you click and lock the tool in place at the end. All you're going to do then is force pressure this way. And counterlever the cover plate off. This then enables you to get access to the alarm cabinet from which to do battery maintenance. We'll lock that back in place. With the cover plate attached, Van Guardian is 100% waterproof, even from a power jet wash. And that's it, that's the first unit fitted. This door is now protected and we'll do a demonstration of how effective that is later on in this video. Hi guys, so we've just done the driver's door and now we're going to use the other single alarm to protect the passenger door. Again, we're going to position it just under the rear view mirror, around about this position here. It's nice and discreet and tucked away just under the rear view mirror. So first thing we're going to do is use our tool to remove the cover plate. Clicks in place, as you can see here. Pushing the tool that way counterlevers the cover plate off and exposes our alarm cabinet underneath. You'll see on your alarm cabinet you've got 4 screws, one in each corner. First thing we're going to do is remove these screws. In our kit we provide a small screwdriver, but the screwdriver is actually for battery maintenance. It's not actually for removing these screws, so if you do have a small home kit screwdriver, then that's going to be probably more appropriate than the small one that we provide for the battery cartridge. Once you've got the 4 screws out, all you're going to do then, to get the base to release, you're going to just tap it on the palm of your hand and you'll see the base will start to drop down. You can now pull that out of there. So the first thing to do, again, take out your 3M wipe from your kit and we're going to make sure the area's thoroughly clean with this. Even though the van might be washed, you still need to use this to create a strong lasting waterproof bond. Then we're going to take the base, and the base adhesive is protected with this film cover. All you're going to do is peel that off and expose the adhesive. Take this carefully, try not to touch it and contaminate it. All you're going to do now is line it up underneath the rear view mirror in alignment, so that you're happy with some of the design, some of the angles that you're choosing, and there it is, tucked underneath there. Apply a little bit of pressure, because then what you're going to do is you're going to take your multi-tool and you're going to hold it in your hand and you're now going to apply pressure over the surface area. Rubbing and applying pressure to this at this stage activates the adhesive molecules. This is what creates a strong, lasting, waterproof bond. Although Van Guardian is securely attached with this adhesive method, it's never impossible for you to remove Van Guardian in the future. It is transferable and reusable as Van Guardian, which is one of our assets. Obviously Van Guardian activates on contact, so anybody trying to remove a Van Guardian is not only going to activate the alarm, but they're going to find it nigh on impossible to get the alarm off once it's all attached with the 4 screws as well. We're ready now to attach the cabinet. And now we're going to put the 4 screws back in and securely attach it. So we've got our 4 screws in now, and all that's left is for us to attach the omnidirectional refraction cover plate. So this actually just clicks and locks in place. So once you have it over, push it down and that actually locks it in place. Your tool is designed for the removal of your omnidirectional refraction cover. So when you get a low battery indicator further down the line, you need to locate your tool, and all you'll do with your tool is you'll lock it in place at the end here, and you can counterlever off this cover plate, pushing it this way, and that's how you remove your cover plate in future. Push it forward, never pull it backwards, push it forwards. There we are, all good, ready to go on. So moving on to the entry door into the cabin, this is also a very vulnerable targeted area to try and get access into the living quarters. We always recommend a Vanguardian dual alarm for this application. What we're going to do today is fit this dual alarm in this area here, up high, out of reach, and you'll see just how effective this product is once it's fitted at protecting the area on and around this vulnerable point of access. So we're going to quickly now just demonstrate how to fit this Vanguardian dual alarm. Once you remove your cover plate, what you'll first see is the fact that we've got 2-speaker outlet. This 2-speaker outlet creates a wider dispersion of sound. This creates our most powerful alarm. The wider dispersion of sound gives the audible perception that this Vanguardian is even louder than a single alarm. We're just going to now quickly remove the base, so removing the 4 screws in each corner to remove the base, and then we're going to show you again how quickly it is to fit this. So once we've removed our screws, all we're going to do then is we're going to tamp down on our palm of our hand, and it'll start to release the base. We're going to remove the base, and we're going to pull out our tabs. All Vanguardian alarms will see the cartridges inside, and all you do is lift up and pull out the tab to release the electronics, or the power at least to the electronics. All we're going to do now, we're going to take the base, always wash the vehicle, and then use your 3M wipe. It's important that we use a 3M wipe. It cleans the surface area thoroughly and provides a good surface then for us which to attach it securely with the adhesive. So here we are with the base. First thing you're going to do is you're going to remove the protective film cover. This exposes the adhesive on the base. Take the base, align it as squarely and as straight as possible into your position. Make sure you don't get too close to the lips. Make sure you give enough space for the tool for battery maintenance. Now take your Vanguardian tool that we've provided before, grasp it in your hand like this, and what you're going to do then is you're going to rub. This pressure activates the adhesive molecules, creates a strong lasting waterproof bond. It's the secure anchor of our Vanguardian cabinet to your vehicle. Once that's done, we're going to take the cabinet, we're going to offer it up in place, and we're going to put our fixing screws back in. So once we've got the screws in and that's finished, we're going to then fit our omnidirectional sound refraction cover plate. This just clicks and locks in place. Once the cover plate's in place, it offers 100% waterproof protection even from a power jet wash. The omnidirectional sound refraction actually increases the audible capacity of the alarm, making it super loud. That's another job done. We've now protected the vulnerable area of trying to get into the cab with our Vanguardian dual alarm. We'll move on now and we'll fit up the garage. We're going to fit a dual alarm. Again, our most powerful alarm, a significant visible deterrent. A thief knows that there's something protecting this door and they can see it, and that's why we like Vanguardian. The big visible deterrent in the face, we love it. So we're going to fit this up now with another dual alarm, and we're going to show you eventually how it all protects and how it all works simultaneously together to protect the fabric of this camper van. First thing we're going to do is take our 3M wipe and we're going to clean the surface area. It's always important to use your 3M wipe to clean the surface area, get rid of all the final impurities you can often see on there. Even though you might think it's clean, there's always usually some remaining dirt and debris on there. And as you know, we have 4 screws in a Vanguardian, anchoring it in all 4 corners. We're going to remove these screws and remove the base. So once you've removed your 4 screws, all you're going to do now is you're going to tamp the alarm on the palm of your hand, and we're going to start to drop down the base. You can see this starting to come down. There we are. Remove your base, and the first thing you're going to do, so you don't forget, is you're going to remove these tabs. You can lift the cartridge up and you can actually pull these tabs out. What this does, it releases the alarm electronics to the alarm mechanism. That's it. So once that's done, we're going to take our base and we're going to attach it to the van. You see Vanguardian's got a protective film over the adhesive strip. All you're going to do is remove this strip. This exposes the adhesive underneath. Try not to touch that and contaminate it, or certainly try not to drop it. So centralising this over the garage, a little bit of space down there, looking for lines to keep it level. Effectively that's it. A little bit of pressure just to hold it in place. So we're going to take our tool. This is the omnidirectional sound refraction removal tool. This takes the cover off, but it also doubles up and it gives us the chance to hold it here and apply pressure over the surface area. So once we've done that, we're now ready to attach the cabinet, the alarm cabinet. Again, alarm cabinet in place. We're going to now put the screws back in. Okay, so we're now ready to replace the omnidirectional sound refraction cover plate. This just locks in place, there's no screws, and what it does is it provides protection for the screw fixings, it provides protection for the speakers, and once it's locked in place, it actually provides Vanguardian with 100% waterproof protection, even from a power jet wash. There's no speakers visible, so it can't be blocked off. And also we can colour code this to match the colour of your van, any colour. We'll demonstrate that later as well. And that's it. You've now protected the garage door area with the Vanguardian, and finally we'll move on to the rear door and we'll show you how quick and effectively you can protect bikes and assets on the rear of your camper van. So a modern camper van these days has got bikes and assets on the back. You can see here a beautiful electric bike, a very valuable asset, and it needs protecting. So Vanguardian is a fantastic option for protecting bikes and assets with an alarm system to safeguard and protect bikes and assets on the rear of your camper. We can position Vanguardian in a multitude of positions because this is going to be effective no matter where we put this on the rear of this camper. So for example, we could position Vanguardian in a position like this, just in the centre of the rear of the door. We can also position it to one side here, and we can even position it up there. And our customer today, we're going to position this up at high level, and then we're going to show you how effective Vanguardian is at protecting the rear of your door to protect bikes and assets whilst they're on the rear of your camper van. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 3M wipe out of our kit. All kits come with the number of 3M wipes you need to start cleaning these areas. So take this 3M wipe out and we'll just clean the surface area where we are going to be positioning the Vanguardian. Once we've cleaned that, we're then going to remove the refraction cover plate. We use our tool to do that. You've seen the video how we cantilever that off to remove the cover plate. You've got your 4 fixing screws, so we're quickly going to remove the fixing screws, and this releases the base. So once you've removed your screws from each end, all you're going to do now is just tap your Vanguardian and it'll release the base. It drops down. Inside the Vanguardian itself, you'll see 2 alarm cartridges. All you're going to do now is, whilst you've got it in this position, remove the tabs. This releases the battery's power to the electronics, and that's now ready for when we install it. We've cleaned the area with the 3M wipe, so now we've got our adhesive strip to expose. All you do is remove the red tape to expose the adhesive on the rear. Try not to touch this area or contaminate it in any way. You're now going to reach up here and fit the base. Once you've offered it in position, take your tool. This is a multi-tool. It's one used for removing the cover plate, but it's also useful for holding your hand like this, and we're going to apply pressure across the surface area. Applying pressure across the surface area activates the adhesive molecules. It creates a strong, lasting, waterproof bond. So now we're ready to replace the alarm cabinet. And now we're going to attach the screws. So once we've got the 4 screws in, all that's left for us to do now is to fit the omnidirectional sound refraction cover plate. This simply locks and clicks in place. And that's it. Another area, another zone protected to provide an alarm for any attempted removal of this bike and asset. What we'll do now is we'll show you just how effective the alarm is at protecting these bikes and assets. Now all your Van Guardian is fit up on your camper van, you'll be looking for your remote controls. We always provide 2 master remote controls. Each remote control activates all the Van Guardians simultaneously on the van, so all will activate at the click of one button. That'll arm the Van Guardians, and we'll show you now just how effective Van Guardian is, so we'll demonstrate the fruits of our labours. Let's go have a look. Effectively, the single alarm unit is designed to stop door tampering and anybody attempting to break in. What Van Guardian does, it activates for 2 seconds and it waits for 10 seconds for second contact. What it's effectively saying is this vehicle is alarmed and protected. Stand back. Anybody who tries to touch it again, Van Guardian will wait for 10 seconds for second contact, and then if we activate again within 10 seconds, it'll activate the main alarm. The main alarm will activate for 30 seconds, drawing more attention to any criminal activity in and around the vehicle. Anybody trying to get into the front cab, that's what it's designed to do. Let's arm the vehicle again and we'll move on. So here we are, the main cab, probably the most vulnerable door. This is where all the laptops, phones, keys, things that we want to protect, plus ourselves, all inside here. But what Van Guardian does, it activates a powerful alarm as soon as somebody touches your door. It'll draw instant attention to any activity on and around this area of anybody trying to break in. Super loud, super powerful, drawing lots of attention to on and around your vehicle from anybody who's attempting to break in. If it's a false alarm and somebody just knocks on that, you're going to get the 2-second alarm blast. That's enough to deter any other activity. They may just have a look in and be shouting. That's all we need. But the main purpose of the alarm is to draw attention to anybody who's suspect on and around your camper van. We'll arm it again and we'll move on. So effectively what we do, we provide a blanket protection around the vehicle. So even if we start to try to get into the side here, our garage door alarm has picked that part of the element of what Van Guardian can do to protect your vehicle. Even the garage door, anywhere touching even around here or around there, is going to provide a powerful alarm to stop any attempted damage to the lock, any attempt to break in here, and draw attention to any criminal activity around this camper van. We'll arm it again and we'll move on and we'll see just how effective the Van Guardian is for protecting bikes and assets on the rear of this camper van. Increasingly, more and more people are getting large electric scooters, electrical bikes, and of course they're a target for thieves. So what we've designed is a system of protection that will activate an alarm to protect the whole of this rear area. It doesn't matter if a thief's even trying to touch here to get this off, it'll activate Van Guardian and draw attention to that activity. A powerful alarm eliminating the time that a thief has got undetected in an attempt to try and remove that bike and asset off the rear. That's what Van Guardian does, draws instant attention to criminal activity before theft and damage. Great, so once we fit your Van Guardian, or you fit your Van Guardian, all you've got to do then is we have 2 master remote controls, and these are kept on your key fob. One master remote control will activate all your Van Guardian alarms simultaneously. But in recent times, we'll just close this door, because what we've also done is developed a wall switch. So we have realised that Van Guardian doesn't go off in wind and it doesn't go off with sway of the vehicle. So we've developed Van Guardian on a wall switch. So effectively you can decide where you want to position this. So when you settle down in the evening, Vanguarding can provide a blanket protection on and around your vehicle whilst you are asleep, alerting you if anybody's tampering around the perimeter of your vehicle. On the rear of this wall switch we have 4 tabs. All you need to do is peel these off and decide where you want to stick this wall switch. This wall switch will activate all the Vanguardian alarms on the exterior of the vehicle. For example, if we decide to position it here, we can just push it and attach it to the wall here, arm the Vanguardian on the outside, wait till that sets, and because Vanguardian doesn't go off with sway, as you're settling down for the evening, Vanguardian throws a blanket of protection on and around you and your family whilst you are sleeping. That makes you sleep so soundly at night. It protects bikes and assets on the rear, and it stops door tampering from anybody trying to get in. You could decide you want it on it. You could decide all you need is a signal. Thank you.